Well folks, he's back. And like a raccoon rifling through your trash cans at 3 a.m., Donald Trump has returned with his 2024 campaign, promising to make America great again. This time, he's got a new economic plan, or at least a collection of ideas that vaguely resemble a plan. Think of it like a toddler's drawing, full of scribbles lacking in detail, but with the potential to be deeply concerning. Trump says he'll fix everything: gas prices, grocery bills, even the housing market. He's got plans for taxes, trade deals, and more. Sounds great, right? Well, before you start celebrating with a celebratory Big Mac, which, under Trump's plan, might cost $17 due to tariffs, let's unpack what's actually in this economic grab bag. Remember folks, the devil is in the details. And in this case, the details might be hiding under a pile of questionable statistics and self-congratulatory tweets. Stay tuned because things are about to get interesting and potentially terrifying. If you've heard this song before, it's because you have. Trump's economic plan relies heavily on two familiar refrains: tax cuts and tariffs. He's promising to extend the 2017 tax cuts, which mostly benefited corporations and wealthy individuals. Think of it like giving a billionaire a bigger yacht while tossing a working-class family a coupon for a free taco. And then there are the tariffs. Remember those? They're back, baby. Trump wants to slap tariffs on goods from China and Mexico, which he claims will bring back manufacturing jobs. But in reality, tariffs are basically just taxes on American consumers. So get ready for your washing machine, your car, and even your guacamole to get a whole lot more expensive. Trump also wants to eliminate a whole bunch of other taxes like the estate tax, which only affects the very wealthy, and payroll taxes, which fund Social Security and Medicare. Cutting these taxes without finding a way to replace that revenue is like taking the engine out of your car and expecting it to still get you to work. Trump promises to tackle inflation and lower prices on everything from gas to groceries. His secret weapon? Well, mostly just saying he'll do it. He's vowed to increase oil production, but he hasn't explained how. He's also pledged to reduce regulations, which sounds good in theory but could have unintended consequences, like, dirtier air and water. As for housing affordability, Trump's plan seems to be based on wishful thinking and blaming immigrants. He said that interest rates will fall, which is great news for anyone who doesn't realize that the president has very little control over interest rates. He's also blamed undocumented immigrants for driving up housing costs, which is a claim that's been repeatedly debunked by economists. It's like blaming your neighbor's cat for climate change. Factually inaccurate and frankly a little weird. Look, we all want lower prices and a strong economy, but Trump's plan feels a lot like putting a band-aid on a broken leg. It might cover up the problem temporarily, but it's not going to fix anything in the long run. Experts are warning that Trump's economic plan could have some pretty dire consequences. Remember those tax cuts we talked about? Yeah, those could lead to a massive increase in the national debt, which could fuel inflation and hurt the economy in the long run. And cutting payroll taxes could bankrupt Social Security and Medicare, leaving millions of Americans without a safety net. Then there are the tariffs, which could spark trade wars, raise prices for consumers, and hurt American businesses. It's basically a recipe for economic disaster, served up with a side of xenophobia and a generous helping of misinformation. So, there you have it. Trump's 2024 economic plan, a greatest hits compilation of his most questionable ideas. It's a plan that could make the rich richer, the poor poorer, and leave everyone else wondering how we got here. But hey, at least we'll have cheap gas, right? Maybe. But even then, something tells me we'll end up paying for it in the end.